Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. So imagine if the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe were to play Major League Baseball against legends past and present. And then imagine a lunatic like myself decided to play every game, every inning of every game of a 162 game schedule. And that's what you'd have right here. All of them on YouTube. This is game number 140 out of 162 plus. And I say 62 plus because, let's face it, nobody plays a full season of baseball and doesn't hope to win the World Series, but we will see what happens. Again, this is game number 140. It's September baseball. Time to jump into it, the calendar. As you can see from the standings on the screen, the Dodgers and the Avengers are in a mathematical tie for first place with less than 30 games left to go. The Avengers are 89 and 50. The Dodgers are 90 and 51. So let's go to the calendar. This is the first of a 4-game set at home against the San Francisco Giants. Game 1 starts now. Play game. Okay. Auto utilize. Play full game. We are the home team. Crossley Field is our designated home ballpark. Clear skies. Chris Pratt, 13 and 5. Somebody needs to take a break. All right, you know what? Mark Ruffalo can't catch every single day. So he is going to, first off, he's going to play DH. And the catcher, backup catcher, is Benedict Wong. So I think that's what we'll probably do for right now and leave everything as is. Let's rock and roll. Tom Holland on the verge of having 200 hit season. These are the starting lineups. I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me. And obviously I do play-by-play. If you can bear the sound of my voice, you're a better man than I am, man, woman, or otherwise. So get ready for some Major League Baseball as the San Francisco Giants visit the Hollywood Avengers. This is time for some Major League Baseball on MLB The Show. On the mound, Star-Lord Chris Pratt, Peter Quill, 13 and 5, 4.21 earned run average, left-handed pitcher. He will face Tony Gwynn to lead off this ballgame, 291, 6 homers, 42 runs batted in. And he fouls off the first pitch for strike one. Tony Gwynn, I imagine, legendary player, 3,000 hit club, many batting titles in the National League in the 80s. Knuckler inside, count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hollywood Avengers, 39 games over 500, good for second place in the National League West, 89 and 50. Welcome to Avengers Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. Line drive, caught by the shortstop, cut the check. Anthony Mackie makes the play. Starting lineup for the San Francisco Giants, Tony Gwynn's in right, Chipper Jones at third, Jimmy Fox at first. Cal Ripken Jr. is the shortstop, second baseman is Brett Boone. Shane Victorino's in center, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is the DH, Eloy Jimenez in left, and the catcher at hitting ninth, Caleb Hamilton. Switch hitting, Chipper Jones, 349, 21 homers, 66 runs batted in. Turns around and bats from the right side against the lefty Star-Lord. Looked low, called a strike by the home plate umpire. The count is no balls and 1 strike. Chipper Jones, Atlanta Brave. If he's not an all-star, I mean, he's an all-star if he's not a Hall of Famer. I don't know what they are doing over there in Cooperstown. Deep drive at the warning track. Sebastian Stan makes the catch. Nice running play. Covered a lot of real estate for the second out here in the top of the first. Gave it a ride. Next up, first baseman Jimmy Fox hitting .312. He has 35 homers and 102 runs batted in. Here comes the pitch. Fastball at the knees, strike one. Jimmy Fox, I think, played for the Detroit Tigers back in like the 1940s or 50s. He's a legendary player that I don't remember. Don't really have a... Knuckler floats in there for strike 2. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Fox. Let's go, says the Outlander. You are such a loyal watcher, man. I really appreciate how you always log in, you know, wherever the hell you are. I really appreciate it. Strike 3 called. 1-2-3 inning for Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, after a half inning of baseball here at Crosley Field. The first game of a 4-game set between these ball clubs. It's the San Francisco 49ers, listen to me. The San Francisco Giants, nothing. And the Hollywood Avengers coming to bat. Cole Stewart making his third start of the season. He's 2-2. 6.39 earned run average. He's probably a September call-up or an injury replacement. Leading off for the Avengers, Anthony Mackie, 309, 16 homers, 64 runs batted in. First pitch from Cole Stewart. Fastball's outside, ball one. So the Giants are 19 games back in the National League West. The Avengers have been placed in the National League West. Sing Venus Unicorn, thank you for joining the live stream. I appreciate it. Avengers will try their hardest to hit the ball, count as 1 ball and 1 strike. And he hits it down the right field line, out of play for strike 2. Count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. No score here in the bottom of the first. And again, he ropes it down the right field line, but it cannot stay fair. Count remains 1-2. Rolls foul territory. Anthony Mackie is Sam Wilson, or the new Captain America in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Did he check it? Yes, he did, according to the third base umpire. Counted evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Mackie. And again, he's out in front, fouls it into the seats. Count remains 2-2. First game of a 4-game set here, September baseball between the Hollywood Avengers and the San Francisco Giants. It's a battle. First at-bat of the game for the Avengers. Pitch number 9 coming from Stewart. Fly ball to center, playable. Wait, let me not get ahead of myself. Shane Victorino on the warning track makes the catch for out number 1. Gave it a ride, but not quite far enough. Starting lineup for the Hollywood Avengers, Anthony Mackie's at short, Tom Holland's at second, Robert Downey Jr. is at first. The DH today, Mark Ruffalo. Chadwick Boseman's at third, Dave Bautista's in right, Sebastian Stan's in left. The catcher today is Benedict Wong, and playing center field and hitting ninth is Don Cheadle. Up next, Tom Holland hitting .362. And that's a deep drive, which is going to go over his head. It's going to one-hop to the wall, and he's off to the races. Rounding first, he's heading to second. He will stop with a 1-out double. That's Spider-Man with his 37th double of the season, double leaders on the team. As you can see, entering play, he leads the ball club. So runner in scoring position for the Avengers for Robert Downey Jr., who's hitting .288 on the campaign. Inside, check the swing, ball 1. So Tony Stark's hitting .288. He has 19 homers and 84 runs batted in. We have about a month left to the balls to the season. Fouls off the fastball, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Don't forget to like the video. Feel free to put your feet up on the coffee table. Grab a beer out of the refrigerator, make yourself comfortable. This is Avengers Baseball. Pulls it into the seats. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Iron Man. Runner leads off second, 1 out, bottom of the first. High, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch is just off the plate, full count. On deck is the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. Here comes the 3-2 pitch from Stewart. Again, runner leads off second. Just gets a piece to stay alive, and we will do the full count pitch once again. Line drive, it is a base hit, rounding third and heading home is Spider-Man. It is an RBI single for Tony Stark. We love you 3000. And the MCU takes an early 1-0 advantage here in the bottom of the first. Oh yeah, here's a replay as I hydrate. Always hydrate, folks. So next up, Mark Ruffalo. He plays the Incredible Hulk. He leads the team with 32 homers and 123 runs batted in. He is the Hulk in the MCU. Tony Stark leads off first, still 1 out. And that's a line drive. Will it hang up there? Yes, it will. Sliding catch. Nice play by Eloy Jimenez for the 2nd out. Hit it right on the nose, but right at the left fielder. So next up is the late, great Chadwick Boseman, hitting .343. He has 18 homers and 68 runs batted in. I say late and great because if you are unaware, we lost Chadwick Boseman in real life to colon cancer in 2020. May he rest in peace. And it's a bouncer, swinging bunt. Charging is Stewart, throws to first in time, and the side is retired. But an RBI single by Tony Stark breaks the scoreless tie after an inning of baseball here at Crosley Field. It's the Hollywood Avengers 1, the San Francisco Giants 0. So we go to the top of the 2nd. Up steps Cal Ripken Jr. Cal's hitting .274 on the season, 34 homers, 107 runs batted in. Here comes the pitch from Star-Lord. Outside corner, strike 1. So Cal Ripken is known as the Iron Man in Major League Baseball due to the fact that he has the consecutive games played streak. Deep drive towards left center field track. Backing is the Winter Soldier in front of the warning track. Makes the catch for out number 1. King Sonic, welcome to the live stream. So the defense is as follows. In the outfield from left to right, Sebastian Stan, Don Cheadle, and Dave Bautista. And in the infield, Chadwick Boseman, Anthony Mackie, Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr., with Benedict Wong behind home plate. So 1 away, up steps second baseman Brett Boone, .274, 35 homers, 92 runs batted in on the season. Here comes the pitch. Low, ball 1. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video. Really helps. Out in front of the circle change, swing and a miss. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. This is game number 140 of a 162 game regular season. To almost at the end. Checks his swing, pitches outside, 2 balls and 1 strike to Boone. So the Avengers are 89 and 50. Taking the boys to go get some loaded nachos. Good for you, Mr. Outlander. I'll see you when you get back. Enjoy the nachos. Circle change outside and low. Count, hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck is center fielder Shane Victorino. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Oh, looked like a strike. Called the ball by the home plate umpire. It's a 1-out walk for Brett Boone. I'm amazed that that wasn't called. Strike 2. So switch hitter Shane Victorino's hitting .310 on the season. Steps up to the plate. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball inside the third base bag and down the left field line. It will get past the Winter Soldier. Rounding third and heading home is Brett Boone. He will make it. It is an RBI double by Shane Victorino here with 1 out in the top of the 2nd. His 29th double of the season, and this ball game is tied at 1. Here's the replay. Love this angle, camera angle from the low third base line. Do not love the result. We have ourselves a tie ball game. Up next, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. hitting .279, 23 homers, 69 runs batted in. And it is a lazy fly ball playable to Bautista. Drax makes the catch for the 2nd out. Drax the Destroyer. Left fielder Eloy Jimenez hitting .258, 27 homers, 63 runs batted in. Steps up with 2 outs and a runner at first. Check that runner in scoring position at 2nd. Pardon me. Swing and a miss at the fastball. 96 on the radar gun for strike 1. Fouls off the changeup. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Jimenez. And that is a shallow fly ball. Charging is War Machine Don Cheadle, and he retires the side. But a double by Shane Victorino ties this ball game at 1 after an inning and a half here at Crosley. It's a 1-1 ball game. This is Avengers Baseball. So we go to the bottom of the 2nd, and up steps Dave Bautista, who's hitting .316 on the season. He plays Drax the Destroyer in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. Here comes the pitch from Stewart. Checks his swing, pitches high, ball one. Dave is a former professional wrestler turned actor. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Right fielder for the Hollywood Avengers. Deep drive to right, that's got a chance. Back goes Gwynn to the track, looking up at the fence on the warning track, makes the catch for out number 1. Defensive alignment for the San Francisco Giants: Eloy Jimenez, Shane Victorino, and Tony Gwynn in the outfield. And in the infield, left to right, we have Chipper Jones, Cal Ripken Jr., Brett Boone, Jimmy Fox, with Caleb Hamilton behind home plate. Stepping up to the plate is the Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan, 280, 10 homers, 47 runs batted in. Checks his swing, outside, ball one. It's a 1-1 game here in the bottom of the second. First game of a 4-game set between these 2 ball clubs. 2 balls, no strikes. Grounder to third. Fielded by Chipper. In time, 2 away. So the catcher today, Benedict Wong, part-time player. He's injury replacement for Chris Evans, who we've lost probably for the season. Line drive, foul. Strike 1. Benedict Wong is the protector of the Sorcerer Supremes from the Doctor Strange franchise. His character is actually named Wong. Figure that. Pitch is low, count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike in the dirt. Outside corner, count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. 1-1 game. Here's the pitch from Cole Stewart. And it's a deep drive. Back to the wall, looking up. It's Gonzo. That is a home run solo shot. His first major league home run for Benedict Wong, protector of the Sorcerer Supreme. And the Avengers take an early 2-1 advantage. Special moment in any ball player's career. I basically took rookies and then remade them with the create a player function into the Avengers. So every single Avenger is basically getting their first hit, first homer, first win. And Benedict Wong needed to wait until September to get his first homer, considering he's a bench player. But good timing nonetheless. So, up next is the center fielder Don Cheadle, 282, 13 homers, 66 runs batted in. And that's another one. That's got a chance as well. It is Gonzo back-to-back and belly-to-belly. War Machine Don Cheadle hits home run number 14 on the season. And it is now a 3-1 lead, MCU. Oh, yeah. They're getting the bats out today. Let's look at the replay. Bang. Off of Cole Stewart. Oh. Love me some bombs. All right, next up, the leadoff man steps in for his second plate appearance. Anthony Mackie flew out in the first. This one is playable. Center fielder Victorino makes the catch for out number 3. So 2 out solo shots back to back give the Avengers a 3-1 lead here at the end of 2. This is Avengers baseball. So, for accountability's sake, as Caleb Hamilton steps to the plate, once a game I like to go to the options, and I like to show what the difficulty setting is set to. Hitting difficulty is set to All-Star, and pitching difficulty is set to All-Star. Now, I'm not looking to impress anybody. That's actually not the most difficult setting. It's actually somewhere in the middle because there are 2 rankings behind that, up above that, I mean. Just looking to have a good time. Line drive, foul. There's rookie, veteran, and then all-star. And then after all-star, I believe there's legendary and Hall of Fame. So, just for accountability's sake, my goal was to play every game of this season. Swing and a miss out in front, count as quickly. No balls and 2 strikes to Caleb. My goal when the season started was to play every game at the level of All-Star. And he fouls off the cut fastball down and in. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes to Caleb. 3-1 lead here in the top of the third. Shallow pop-up, right side. Bautista is there. He makes the catch, 1 away. Lineup turns over for the Giants. Tony Gwynn steps up to the plate, lined out in the first, 0 for 1. At the knees, strike 1. Oh, love me some afternoon baseball. Yes, it's not baseball season anymore, but just love baseball. Can't help myself, and I love the fact that it's interactive. I can control the destiny of my ball club. I love the fact that I've created the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Swing and a miss, strikes him out. I love the fact that I can do play-by-play. Second strikeout for Chris Pratt. Second out of the third. 2 outs, up steps Chipper. Chipper flew out in the first. And line drive into the seats for strike 1. Going for win number 90 today. Inside corner, strike 2. Count as quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Chipper. Bouncer off the mound, charging. Oh, misplayed. But in time, he recovers nicely. Star-Lord makes the play. It's a 1-2-3 inning. And after 2.5, it's Hollywood Avengers 3, San Francisco Giants 1. So we go to the bottom of the third. Up steps Tom Holland. Tom Holland, with his .363 batting average, actually leads the National League. Looking to win a batting title. Pitches outside, ball 1. Had a double in the first inning, so he's 1 for 1 today. If you didn't know, Tom Holland plays Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Swings at a high pitch. Would have been ball 3. Count as 2 balls and 1 strike. And that's another hit up the middle. Ground ball with eyes. He's 2 for 2. And the Avengers have the leadoff man on here in the bottom of the third. Hits leaders for the Avengers, as you can see, entering play Tom Holland, 194. Now he must be at 196. On target for a 200-hit season. Up next, Tony Stark, who had an RBI single in his first at-bat. And that ball is high. It is far. That ball is caught at the warning track for out number 1. I thought for sure that was a 2-run home run. So the upcoming schedule, as I mentioned earlier, this is a 4-game set against the San Francisco Giants, so 3 more here at Crosley, and then a 4-game set against the Arizona Diamondbacks. 2 4-game sets in a row. Next up, the Incredible Hulk, who lined out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Holland leads off first. Swing and a miss in the dirt, blocked nicely by Hamilton. Count is 0-1. Mark leads the ball club in homers and RBIs. He has 32 homers and 123 runs batted in. And that is a deep drive. It is caught on the warning track. They are giving Tony Gwynn in right a workout today. That's out number 2. No advance on the bases. Up next, Black Panther. Grounded out in the first. He will always be Black Panther. Fastball inside, ball 1. Chadwick Boseman carries a modest 5-game hitting streak into this contest. Line drive, base hit to center, 2-out single. Wakanda forever. And there are 2 on and 2 out as the Avengers threaten here in the bottom of the third.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Drax the Destroyer steps up, 0 for 1. Ground ball fielded, tosses to second for the force. Nice play by Cal Ripken Jr. to retire the side. So no runs, 2 hits, 2 left on at the end of 3. It's 3-1 Avengers. We go to the top of the fourth. Jimmy Fox, the first baseman, steps up. He's 0 for 1. Pratt has a 2-run lead here in the top of the fourth. Late on the fastball, 97 on the radar gun for strike 1. And that is a lazy fly ball to right center field. There is Bautista. Drax makes the catch for the first out. Next up, Cal Ripken Jr. As I was saying earlier, he is considered the Iron Man. He played 2,632 consecutive games for the Baltimore Orioles in the 80s and 90s. And that's a deep drive, but playable. Center fielder Don Cheadle barely has to move, makes the catch for out number 2. Two down, up steps Brett Boone, who walked in the first. No official at bat. Brett Boone played for the Seattle Mariners in his career, and that's a line drive. Racing in is Bautista. It is a quick 1-2-3 inning for Star-Lord. After 3.5, it's still 3-1, Avengers lead. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Bucky Barnes is up. Sebastian Stan, 0 for 1.
Number 16.
Change up low, ball 1. Pops it up in the infield. Caleb Hamilton's underneath it. Makes the catch, 1 away. Next up, Benedict Wong. He hit his solo home run, first of the season and first of his career, up for his second plate appearance. That is a one-hopper to Brett Boone. Second baseman throws to first in time, 2 away. 2 quick outs here in the fourth. Up next is Don Cheadle, who had a solo homer of his own in his last at-bat. And he pops it way up the elevator shaft. Again, out of the crouch is Caleb Hamilton to retire the side. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Cole Stewart. And after 4 innings of baseball, it's the MCU 3, San Francisco 1. So Shane Victorino steps up to the plate here in the top of the fifth. He had an RBI double. He's responsible for the only run on the scoreboard for the Giants so far. Here's the pitch. Fastball 97 on the radar gun, in there for strike 1. So I am RC Robbin. Don't forget to like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Ground ball knocks off of Peter Quill, picks it up, throws. Not in time. It was a nice recovery up. Chris Pratt has both hands on his back, trying to work through some stiffness. The trainer believes that the injuries such as this, the few days rest will make him as good as new. However, Pratt will need to be removed from this game, so he will not be eligible for the win. 13-5. Got to bring in, pitcher is injured and must be replaced. Let's go Samuel L. Jackson. Sam L. Jackson, the man who plays Nick Fury in the MCU. He's pitched in 31 games. He's 6-6 with a 3.80 earned run average. Left-handed pitcher, just like Star-Lord. Screwball outside, ball 1. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. steps up to the plate. Nobody out here in the fifth. Runner at first. Knuckler floats in there. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. He's going. Throw down is in time. Laser beam. Hulk can throw, boy. That's Mark Ruffalo with the laser beam from behind home plate. Show us that replay. The Hulk smashes. The Hulk throws. Shane Victorino tried to get a jump. Nope. He's out. So, base is now empty. 1 away. Gurriel Jr. is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 2-1 count. Breaking ball low. Hitters count. 3 balls and 1 strike. Eloy Jimenez is on deck. Fouls back to Cutter. Count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes on the hitter. And he chases ball 4, fouls it off, and the at-bat will continue. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And he pulls it foul, and the battle will continue. Pops it up. Ruffalo at home plate in foul territory. Makes the catch for out number 2. I'm sorry, that was Benedict. I take it back. I thought Mark Ruffalo is the designated hitter today. That was Benedict Wong that threw that dart. It's Benedict Wong behind home plate, not Mark Ruffalo. My mistake. 2 outs, bases empty. Eloy Jimenez is up. Fastball in there, strike 1. Glad I had a chance to correct that. Strike 2, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Jimenez. Bouncer up the third base line, it will go foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. Not curveball inside corner, and the side is retired. So Star-Lord is injured. Nick Fury comes in to pick up the pieces. After 4.5, it's 3-1. MCU leads. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Lineup turns over once again for the Avengers. Anthony Mackie is 0 for 2. Flew out twice.
Number 9.
Fouls off the high fastball. Strike 1. And that's a line drive headed towards the left center field gap. And I don't think he's going to make it. Yes, he does. Shane Victorino covers a lot of real estate to make that catch for out number 1. Thought he wasn't going to be able to make it there, but nice outfield play by Shane. So 1 away, up steps Tommy Holland, who singled and doubled. He's 2 for 2 today in his quest for a National League batting title. High and tight, ball 1. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Line drive, base hit. He's 3 for 3 today. 1 out single for Spider-Man. He is a hitting machine. Let's watch the replay. Bang. So up next, Tony Stark. Giants bullpen is active. 1 away, runner leads off first. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Hamilton. No advance. Count is 1 ball and no strikes. Tony has now 85 runs batted in on the season. About 23 games left to go. It's got a chance. Line drive, will it stay fair? It will not. It is a foul ball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Holland leads off first. He does have speed, and he's going. Pitches in there for strike 2. Throw down is not in time. It is a stolen base for Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. He just literally stole it on the pitcher. Really no chance for Hamilton to throw him out. Runner in scoring position for Downey Jr. Here's the pitch. Out in front, swing and a miss. Struck him out, and there's 2 away. Nasty breaking ball. Only the first strikeout of the game for Cole Stewart. Up next is the RBI leader, Mark Ruffalo. He has 123 runs batted in on the season. 2 outs, he's going to need a hit to get 124. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Hulk's hitting .351 with runners in scoring position. So it's about 20 points higher than his regular season average. Fouls off the low fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Chasing pitches low out of the strike zone. Inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3-1 lead here in the 5th inning for the MCU. Runner leads off second. Slider outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 5th. And he strikes him out swinging to retire the side. Couldn't hold back on the breaking ball. So 5 innings complete. This is an official ball game. The Avengers lead by 2. It's 3-1 MCU. So we go to the top of the 6th. Up steps Caleb Hamilton, the catcher, 0 for 1 with a flyout in the 3rd inning. 2nd inning of relief work for Sam Jackson. Screwball in there, strike 1.
Nope, that's down.
Two-seam fastball is low. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. I desperately wanted Nick Fury to have an eye patch, but not surprisingly, eye patches are not part of the create a player function here in MLB The Show. So he fouls it off. The count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hamilton. Maybe next year. Late on the fastball, fouls it down the right field line, out of play. Swing and a miss at the cut fastball, and there's 1 away. Strikeout from Nick Fury. Lineup turns over for the Giants. Tony Gwynn is 0 for 2. It's his 3rd plate appearance. That 0 for 2 was against Star-Lord. And in his first at-bat, first pitch, he sees from Nick Fury. He lines it the other way over the head of the 3rd baseman for a 1-out single. He's 1 for 3 now. Let's look at the replay in show motion. Up next, Chipper Jones. Runner leads off first, 1 away. Line drive, foul. Almost killed one of the catchers in that on-field bullpen. Craziness to have the bullpen on the field. At the knees, strike 2, count is no balls, 2 strikes on Jones. Chipper Jones tortured Met fans as a Atlanta Brave for a decade. It's pop-up down the right field line, in foul territory, racing over. He makes the catch. Gorgeous play from Drax the Destroyer. Can't hit anything over my head, I'll catch it, he says. So 2 down, up steps Jimmy Fox, who was 0 for 2. Struck out, he flew out. Cut fastball, inside corner, strike 1. Runner leads off first is Tony Gwynn. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. Count is no balls, 2 strikes. And that's a deep drive, and no one's going to get that one. This is a tie ball game here in the top of the 6th inning. A 2-out, 2-run home run from Jimmy Fox, his 36th homer of the season. And just like that, we have a brand new ball game tied at 3. So these games are important. I want to win the division. It's September baseball, and yes, I'm going to make the playoffs as a wild card regardless. But I'm in a mathematical first-place tie with the Los Angeles Dodgers. I want to win the division. The only way to win the division is to win these games. So, anyway, 2 outs, 3-3 game. Up steps Cal Ripken, who's 0 for 2. Let's get out of this inning. In there, strike 1. Pops it up in the infield, racing over is Black Panther. Boseman makes the catch to retire the side, but not before a 2-run home run by Jimmy Fox. After 5.5, it's a brand new ball game tied at 3. This is Avengers Baseball. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Up steps Black Panther. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Cole Stewart's still on the mound. He's been battling. Checks his swing, or did he? Yes, he did, according to the first base umpire. The count is 1 ball and no strikes to Boseman. A lot of deep fly balls off of the Avengers bats. Low, 2 balls, no strikes. But Cole Stewart has kept the batters in the ballparks. He's done his job. Until now, that ball is high. It is far. That ball is gonzo. That is a home run for Black Panther, Wakanda forever. That's Boseman's 19th homer of the season. And just like that, the Avengers take a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Oh yeah, T'Challa. T'Challa. Here's the replay. Bang. Oh, gotta love it. Home run number 19 on the season. Oh, the sound of the bat, crack of the bat. Projected feet 424. So the manager of the Giants has seen enough. Looks like Gabe Kapler, but I don't really know who it's supposed to be. Takes the ball from Cole Stewart. Says thank you very much. He cannot win. He can only lose. He can lose or get a no decision. In relief is Logan Webb, making his 6th appearance of the season. 0-2 with a 5.40 earned run average. He will face Drax the Destroyer, Dave Bautista, 0-2. And he's late on the fastball, slicing out of play for strike one. 4-3 MCU here in the top of the 6th. Did he check it? No, he did not. He went, says the first base umpire. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Bautista. Low and inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. Looked high and outside, but called a 3rd strike for out number 1. First strikeout of the game for Logan Webb in relief. Sebastian Stan is 0-2. He struck out. No, check that. He popped out and grounded out. 1 away. And that's a ground ball, base hit with eyes. Between short and third, it is a 1-out single for Bucky Barnes. And the Avengers have a runner at first. Oof. Up next is catcher Benedict Wong. Had a homer in his first at-bat. His first homer of his career. Pitch out, nothing doing. 2 righties are warming in the Giants bullpen. Husmerio Petit and Cooper Casad. Benedict Wong 1-2 with that home run. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Check that, ball 2, pardon me. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. Pops it up, left side, in foul territory. Chipper is there for the 2nd out. 2 down, up steps War Machine Don Cheadle. Solo homer in the 2nd. He is 1-2. Runner leads off first. Big lead, up, throw, he's back. And it's a fly ball to center. Routine play for Victorino. And he retires aside. But not before a solo shot gives the Avengers a 4-3 advantage at the end of 6. We go to the top of the 7th. Brett Boone. Brett tied. No, check that. Brett did not tie the game. He's 0-1. For some reason, he walked and scored a run. Officially, he is 0-1. For some reason, I thought that Jimmy Fox is the one who hit the 2-run home run. Fouls off the screwball. Strike 1. We're going to go to the manager's going to go to the bullpen and just warm some guys up. Paul Bettany and Ed Norton are going to warm up just in case something gets out of control. Grounder past the diving attempt by Tony. It's a leadoff single for Brett Boone, and the tying run is on base for the Giants. Here's the replay. Couldn't quite get his glove on it. Up next, Shane Victorino. Deep drive to center. His counterpart in center field, Don Cheadle, waits for it, makes the catch, and there's 1 away. DH Lourdes Gurriel Jr. It's 0 for 2. Curveball in there, strike one. Checks his swing, but in there for strike two. Counts quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to Gurriel. Misses off the plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first is the tying run. 4-3 lead for the MCU here in the top of the 7th. Grounder, fielded, steps on the bag himself for the second out. Does not make the throw to first for some reason. So there's 2 away. Could have completed the double play, but didn't do that. A little bit of a mental mistake by the shortstop, allowing Eloy Jimenez to get an at-bat in this inning. In fact, the manager is going to go to the bullpen and bring in Ed Norton to put him in the game to get this out. Ed Norton is the first man in the MCU to play the Incredible Hulk back in 2009. He had a solo movie. In this fictional franchise, he's 2-4 with a 5.04 earned run average. Fouls it back, strike one. In the dirt, the throw, he's safe. Tying run is now in scoring position on the wild pitch by Norton. Good attempt by Benedict Wong, but count is no balls and 2 strikes. Deep drive. It's got a chance. It is 1 hop over the fence. It's going to be a tie ball game. An RBI double in the right center field gap by Eloy Jimenez will tie this ball game at 4. Here in the top of the 7th inning, it's a battle back and forth. Cheadle could not make the catch. Caleb Hamilton has the go-ahead run in scoring position at second. Deep drive. Back goes the Winter Soldier to the track. Makes the catch, collides with the wall, but retires the side. However, a double by Eloy Jimenez ties this ball game at 4. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Anthony Mackie steps in again for his 4th at-bat. He's 0 for 3. 4-4 game, brand new ball game. Fouls it back, strike one. Down and in, 1 ball and 1 strike.
1-1.
And that ball is high. It is far. That ball is 1 hop over the fence. A ground rule double for Anthony Mackie. Cut the check. That is the new Captain America's 34th double of the season. And he is in scoring position with nobody out. Send in the Hulk. Up next is Spider-Man. Spider-Man's 3 for 3 today. 2 singles and a double, scored a run. Out in front, swing and a miss. Strike one. Fooled him with the changeup. Fastball is low. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tom Holland is hitting over 400 with runners in scoring position. And so he's comfortable with that runner at second base. Inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Line drive to center. Victorino makes the catch for out number 1. Up next, Robert Downey Jr. He had an RBI single in this game. His 85th RBI of the season. He's got a chance for another. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. Strike one. Tony's hitting 352 with runners in scoring position, so he's no slouch. Ground ball up the middle and through. Rounding third and heading home is the new Captain America. It is another RBI single by Tony Stark, and this ball game is now a 5-4 lead for the MCU. That is his RBI number 86 on the season. It's just a ground ball with eyes. Just got it past the pitcher and up the middle, but it's not how hard you hit him, it's where you hit him. Up next, the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, who is 0 for 3 today, but leads the ball club in homers and RBIs. It is a 5-4 lead here in the bottom of the 7th for the MCU. And it's another ground ball up the middle. Another ground ball with eyes. Another one-out single for the Avengers. First and second here in the bottom of the seventh. Let's watch it.
Now batting, number 20.
Again, it's not how hard you hit him.
Your attention, please.
In relief, Mucinex Petit pitching in. This is his 72nd game he's pitching in. My God, what a workhorse. He has 11 saves. He's got 4-1 record, 3.81 earned run average. He will face Black Panther, who in his last at-bat did this. He hit a solo shot to give the Avengers a 4-3 lead at that time. Can he do it again? Runners at first and second, one away. Chadwick's 2 for 3. Fouls off the fastball, strike one. Line drive, will it hang up there? No, it will not. He's going to round third and head home. The throw to the plate is up the line. It's an RBI single for Wakanda Forever for Chadwick Boseman. And the MCU now has a 2-run lead. It's 6-4. Oh, look at this replay. Line drive to left. Up next is Drax the Destroyer waiting on deck. Runners lead off first and second. Giants bullpen still active. Dave's 0 for 3. Inside the first base bag and down the right field line. Rounding third and heading home is Robert Downey Jr. He will score. It is an RBI double for Drax the Destroyer, and the MCU now leads 7-4. That is Dave Bautista's 34th double of the season. The replay, he's late on the breaking ball and just lines it inside the bag, past the glove of Jimmy Fox, and down that right field line. It's an RBI double and a 7-4 lead. Up next, intentional walk for Sebastian Stan with 1 out. So he wants the bases loaded with 1 out in order to pitch to the next hitter. I don't know if I agree with this strategy. It's already a 3-run ball game, but we'll see what happens. He's doing it to pitch to Benedict Wong, a left-handed hitter who hit a home run today. I don't know if this is a good decision. So Benedict Wong, backup catcher, has the bases loaded and 1 out. Swing and a miss to the fastball, strike one. Boseman's at third, Bautista at second, Sebastian Stan at first. Benedict Wong at the plate, who's 1 for 3. Outside ball 1, count as 1 ball and 1 strike. That ball is high. It is far. That ball is gonzo. It is a grand slam home run for Benedict Wong. His second homer of the season. The second homer of his career. A grand slam off of Mucinex Petit here in the bottom of the 7th inning to break this game wide open. Oh my goodness. Protector of the Sorcerer Supreme, Wong. Here's the replay, and it's no cake slice down there in the right field corner. It's 366 down the right field corner. Grand slam, home run for Benedict Wong. He walked the hitter to hit to him. Congratulations. In relief, Brett Anderson, left-handed pitcher, 2-2. 6.51 earned run average. I'm out of breath. I'm so excited. It's an 11-4 lead for the MCU. Pitches outside. Don Cheadle had a home run of his own. He is 1 for 3. Switch hitter turns around, bats from the right side. Low, 2 balls and no strikes. And that ball's got a chance, but it curves foul at the last moment. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Cheadle. Grounder to second. Routine play for Boone. Throws to first, and there are 2 away. So Anthony Mackie, also switch hitter, turns around and hits from the right side. He had a double in his last at-bat and a run scored. He's 1 for 4. 7-run lead for the Avengers. And that is a line drive headed towards the left field wall. He will easily walk into second with a 2-out double. His second hit of this ball game, and it is his 35th double on the season. Here's the replay. Roped it. Tom Holland steps up for his second at-bat in this inning. 3 for 4. Runner in scoring position. Grounder to third. Chipper throws to first to finally, mercifully retire the side at the end of 7. They score 7 times and take an 11-4 lead for the Avengers. Oof, feels good. So we go to the top of the 8th. Tony Gwynn's 1 for 3. Ed Norton's still out there pitching. Fastball in there, strike 1. Line drive, foul. Count is 0-2. And that will find its way into the gap, cut off by Bautista, but it'll be a second single in a row for Tony Gwynn. Tony leads off the top of the 8th with his second hit of the game. Thought it might have had a chance to roll all the way to the wall, but nice coverage out there in the outfield by Drax. Up next is, let's see who we have in the bullpen. Hold on. Bullpen. Let's warm up Paul Rudd. We don't want to get this out of control. Fouls off the sinking fastball, strike 1. Let's get her done. Misses inside with the slider. Attendance 24,877 here at Crosley Field. Crosley is a minor league ballpark, so that's actually a sellout. So mid-20s is their capacity. Looked low, called a strike by the home plate umpire. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swinging to miss at the high fastball. Struck him out swinging as 1 away. Wanted to know if it was high. And I mean, I guess it is. I don't really know what, I mean, textbook strike zone, yes, it's a strike, but usually a strike is below the waist, below the belt buckle. Line drive caught. Did he tag him? No, he does not. He doesn't quite get the glove down quickly enough. Tony Stark makes a nice athletic play at first for the second out, and then can't get the glove down and tag him before he gets back to first. So Cal Ripken Jr. steps up to the plate with 2 outs and a runner at first. He's 0 for 3. Fastball 100 miles an hour in there for strike 1. Misses, but the ricochet keeps the runner from advancing to second. My goodness. Wild pitch, and the runner on base does not take advantage. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
2 strikes.
Fouls off the slider. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's 11-4 MCU here in the top of the 8th. After a 7-run barrage. Swinging him up, fouls it off. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cal Ripken is definitely a Hall of Famer. Pops him up. Foul territory. Foul ball. Foul tip into the glove for a strikeout. The side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Avengers lead 11-4. It's a laugher. Gotta love these every once in a while. Was a 4-4 game going into the 7th inning. So, Tony Stark is 2 for 4 with 2 RBI singles today. RBIs number 85 and 86. Steps in again. Anderson pitches outside, ball 1. And that's a deep drive, but it will curve out of play for strike 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Misses, 2-1.
Ball 3.
Hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Mark Ruffalo on deck. Strike 2. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the full count pitch. Fouls it off to stay alive, and we'll do it again. Anderson deals. Again, just gets the bat on the ball to stay alive. Tough pitch to foul off. Swing and a miss, struck him out on the slow slider, down and away. That's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Up next, Mark Ruffalo is 1 for 4 with a single today. You'd think he would have more involvement in an 11-run outburst, and he pops it up to right. Gwynn is there for out number 2. The star of the day, backup catcher Benedict Wong, who had 2 homers and 5 RBIs today, including a grand slam home run. Up next, Chadwick Boseman had a day of his own. He's got a home run today and 3 hits. 2 outs, bases empty. Fouls off the sinking fastball, strike 1. Who's going to pitch the 9th? Manager goes to the manager's office. Righty. Paul Rudd or Ant-Man is going to come in and pitch the top of the 9th for the Hollywood Avengers. Pulls the fastball down the right field. Check that left field line. Out of play. Strike 2. Count as quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Jams him, but he's got a chance to beat it out. Tough play. In time, gorgeous defensive play by Cal Ripken Jr. Gold Glove action. We go to the top of the 9th. Last licks for the San Francisco Giants. They need 7 runs to tie. It's an 11-4 lead for the Avengers. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. In relief comes Ant-Man, making his 41st appearance out of the bullpen. He has been good this season out of the bullpen. He's 3-0 with a 3.65 earned run average. He will face here to lead off the 9th Brett Boone, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Deep drive, back goes Bautista. Over the shoulder, makes the catch for the first out here in the 9th. Up next, Shane Victorino. Shane's had a good day. He's 2 for 3, a single and an RBI double. His average is at 312. Shallow fly ball to right. Racing in is Bautista. He will make the catch for the second out. And the Giants are down to their final out of this ball game. Representing the final out of the game is Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who is 0 for 3. Rudd deals. Line drive. He refuses to be the final out of the game. Falls down. Big turn. Can't get the ball out of his glove. So it is a double with 2 outs for Gurriel Jr., his 25th of the year. Here's the replay. So Bautista races over, loses his balance. Hello, Infinite Phoenix. You're here in the bottom of the, check that, the top of the 9th. 2 outs. The San Francisco Giants are down to their final out of the game. So happy to catch us live today. Let's go at the show. Listen, thank you so much for your comment, for your activity. I appreciate the fact that you've been liking my videos lately. Thank you so much. Working and lurking, but I'm here. Thank you, Mr. Phoenix. It's 2 outs in the 9th. Representing the final out of the game is Eloy Jimenez, who has an RBI double today. He's 1 for 3. And that's a deep drive, and I don't think anyone's going to get that one. That ball is gone. It is a 2-out, 9th inning, 2-run home run from Eloy Jimenez, his 28th of the season. And, well, it's still well in hand. It's an 11-4 lead that becomes an 11-6 lead. The Avengers still have a 5-run lead in this ballgame with 2 outs in the 9th. But I'm sure Jimenez wants to pad his stats. Here's the replay. Hits it the other way. Deep drive. So, now representing the final out, Caleb Hamilton, 0 for 3 today. Pulls the fastball foul for strike 1. Base is empty. First game of a 4-game set. Fly ball to right, and this should do it. Bautista is there, makes the catch to retire the side. Ball game over. Avengers win 11-6. So they win their 90th game of the season. They are now officially 40 games over 500. They are 90-50 on the season. 90 wins, 50 losses. That keeps them in pace with the first place Los Angeles Dodgers. They're in the very least in a mathematical tie for first. The winning pitcher in a day that the starter, Star-Lord, Chris Pratt, is injured, ends up being Ed Norton. Ed Norton is the winning pitcher. Logan Webb is the loser. Benedict Wong is your player of the game. He had 2 home runs today, including a grand slam home run in the 7th. So anyway, the final. Here at Crosley Field, the Hollywood Avengers, 11 runs, 16 hits, no errors. The San Francisco Giants, 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. So thank you so much, everyone, for attending this Avengers baseball game. I appreciate your attention. Thank you, Infinite Phoenix. Thank you, The Outlander Show. Thank you to the, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. You guys are the best. So anyway, the final here at Crosley Field. The Hollywood Avengers win 11-6, and I will see you again soon.